Postman, Dr. Ali, Duke, RO3, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Lock the door on him. Lock the door on him. Hood Postman. Hood Postman. Reporting live. Reporting live. This the Hood Postman, come and check the program. You ain't from the streets, this is something you should know, man. Running from police, gotta grip the whip with both hands. Speeding down the interstate, please do not approach him. 40s in the fridge, got the caddy in the driveway. Get all out of my face, I don't wanna violate. Looked up in the mirror and I told myself, why wait? We took this shit worldwide, you only in 5 states. Came from the 4 corners with my 4 quarters. Showed them the style, then they stole on us. Times got wild, then they told on us. Dog, it was hard, but we had to keep it rolling. You ain't gotta ask, you know where to find me. I be in the back streets where it get grimy. It's just me and Mel, Rennie looking bride D. I be going hard till I'm in the 5 C's. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never had to tell a lie. Let's ride. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never told them a lie. Let's ride. Hood Postman. 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 Hood Postman.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation. Shout out to the Mailroom Goons. City, Hood, Click. Let's go. This is not a glorification, nor is a glorification or glamorization. It's always an education. Welcome to the mailroom. When you come in and take a look at your mind and examine what's in your heart. Before they had handguns, they had fair ones. Man up. You can go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you got them right here to get the truth. Dr. Duke, what's good?
What's the deal, man?
Dr. Duke, go ahead and explain what that RO3, what it mean. Tell them what it mean, man.
Say, man, it's roll love or no love, man. Rest in peace to Roy Liam 03. Real recognize real when you see real. If you ain't real, you never know real. Do real things to get real results. Professor, what's up, man?
Man, what's happening? What's happening? Shout out to the mailroom, everybody in the chat room, the mailroom nation, the mailroom. Marlena Williams, Postmaster General Michelle, the bankster. We see you, Steve Craig. We see you. What's going on? Meadowbrook, what's good? Steve Craig once again. Jamel, Jeremiah, David Miller, Cold Cut, my guy out of that. He out the ghost out of there in Milwaukee. The ghost. Shout out to him. Man, y'all see it, man. We come in today, man. Listen, guys. Let me do a little house cleaning. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when this dope content hit, it's going to feel like it's a person of 15. Let's do a little house cleaning. Over the weekend in Englewood, tragedy occurred. Once again, Black people are always responsible for putting other Black people in the morgue over the weekend. This is just a thing that happens not only in Los Angeles, it happens in Compton, it happens in D.C., it happens in Baltimore, it happens in Milwaukee, it happens in Dallas, Fort Worth, it happens in New York, Jersey. It happens all over the country where Black people tend to congregate and come together, but they have a beautiful time. But often it's spoiled by a few individuals that, for whatever reason, maybe they haven't grasped their maturity, came to a maturity level where they understand the importance of life, and they just do something this out of bounds, way out of pocket. So in Englewood was shaken by an ambush-style shooting, and it left 5 people shot, 2 passed away. So I just want to give my condolences to the family and those individuals that's hurt and harmed by that circumstance and that situation. Dr. Duke, you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, we kind of had a discussion, man. Condolences to all the people that's that's going to have to suffer from the senseless violence. But I truly think that like we was discussing earlier, a lot of they're going to try to tie this in. There's some retaliation and with the Keefe D thing, and so far they probably trying to remodel a parking lot or something. So people gonna talk and they just gonna try to tie it in. So I think y'all got mail today. We really finna get to the facts of things and really just talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, what's interesting about it, they mentioned SoFi. So
Right.
when the incident occurred, it was like miles away from SoFi. So I'm always interested when somebody or the media happen to lump something in that didn't have nothing to do with the situation. And by them lumping in SoFi, that gives it more traction. People going to say SoFi is this or that and the third, and and they're going to come out with all kind of media. And here's the thing, man. I can give you if the words don't add up, and usually because the truth wasn't included in the equation.
Right.
That's simple. If they don't add up, they usually don't. They just don't. They wasn't in the equation, and we had to be aware of that. Because I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. And then we have to get to a level of understanding to where we read and we understand and we comprehend and we investigate things for ourselves and not just rely upon cable news and some of these other news channels who basically doing what people do on YouTube. There's a lot of individuals that come on YouTube and clout chase Charleston White, hello.
Right.
And let me segue right into that Charleston White situation. Charleston White is now saying different things to Deion Sanders. Now, Deion Sanders is a very highly intelligent, high function man. He knows that what Charleston White is doing is trying to draw him out because Deion Sanders is attached, associated with millions and millions of people because of things he's doing down, incredible things and work he's doing down there in Colorado with the Buffaloes. Charleston White put a $20,000 reward out on anybody that would, do harm or hurt his sons through door. So what happened in that, Duke, is that Pilar, his ex-wife, chose to speak out about that, which she should have, but that's been part of her problem. That's why Deion probably got divorced her and set her to the side because she was able to contain herself and she was always doing something outside.
Yeah, impulsive. Yeah.
Did she marry Martin or something after she left Deion?
I think so. I think it was.
Yeah. So But anyway, do you have any thoughts on that before we move into Keefe D?
Shout out to Shiloh Sanders, man. I shared a post from Time Magazine that Deion got on, and they've been saying my little right now thing, and so it's like I was like, yeah, man, it's your time right now. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Shiloh, man. He out there, giving headaches and everything, but just like I told Keewan Brown, countless people, everybody, even when Charleston White said that all women deserve to be raped, you dig what I'm saying? It got to No Jumper. Whack 100 talked about it. Finesse 2 Times talked about it. Math Hoffa talked about it. Everybody talked about these statements that he made. So Pilar, if you're Miss Pilar Sanders, if you want to do damage and you want to be impulsive, get that grape video that's on my channel. I'll send it to you and you blast that out there, and I'll let him. Y'all are in a place where it's a lot of Caucasians, so all that stuff that he's talking about, raping Caucasian women and this and that, you want to do some damage, hurt his pockets for real, hurt his ego for real, and that's all. Since you got out there, but I commend Deion Sanders because Deion Sanders is on an assignment to change some things. He is not wavering. He's right here.
Yeah, he's focused. He's laser focused.
Yeah, shout out to Deion.
Do you think that you said bring it out to the white community? Do you think the white community even know who this Charleston White character is?
They haven't heard it yet because I called the mayor one time when he was like, yeah, me and the mayor laughing at you at Fort Worth. So I called up there and I was like, hey man, y'all know such and such. And they one of her close secretary, he was like, we have no affiliations or understanding or knowledge of who Charleston White is, because he's pseudo. He knows how to, read a few books, go volunteer at a few places, and then embellish that, yeah, I work with these people, I work with kids, I do this and that, and da 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 da. You dig what I'm saying? And you can't say that you grape white women and this and that, and the mayor of Fort Worth is a white woman, like and you work with her. That's crazy. So they haven't heard what he said. The only people employing him is people with our color. That's it. These are the only people booking him. Like when he did that with TK Kirkland, the folks, the white people don't know. The people, the gatekeepers, the Jews, they have not heard his statements. They probably seen, but they're not even looking at the words, they're looking at the numbers. So no, they haven't really looked into his words yet. But once they actually do, if you women want to get rid of him, stick to that. Stick to the grape statements. It'll kill everything.
Yeah, because he did one video where he said he hate this people, he hate that people, hate this people, hate, and I'm not gonna use the names because of
Right.
YouTube, right?
Right.
And he spewed just a lot of hate, and I think since then he's been kicked off of YouTube, at least. But I think that there's something wrong with him, because he at any given time he'll talk from both sides of his mouth. He's now apologizing to Nipsey Hussle.
He already apologized to Nipsey multiple times. He apologized,
and then he takes it back, right?
He takes it right back. That's his style. That's his whole. That's the jig. That's the jive.
Yeah, he said, I like to apologize to Nipsey Hussle. Yeah. And them 6-0 Crips. I like to apologize. Yeah. Nana boo boo or whatever he be saying,
Right.
So this is his thing. So yeah, I remember one time he did a live where he was saying he was bigger than Jay-Z, bigger than Beyonce, and once again I thought that he was actually trying to pull those individuals out to acknowledge him, address, but we all knew the truth. Come on, Charleston White. Come on, for real.
He's the biggest embellisher I've ever seen in my life. Nobody can match this guy, because once the topic is hot, if it's a hot topic, since he has, like, even with Brittany Renner, she messed up her whole little old run. I want to protect my body, and I hate the fact that I gave away my body to all of these men and this and that, and then all of a sudden you see this creature you do what you did at that interview. And the Caucasian lady that she was on the podcast saying it to, she did a little clip and said, Brittany Renner said that she didn't like the fact that she let men do this to her body, but here lately she was gyrating and pole dancing on Charleston White. Pause.
Yeah. You know, dude, I'm proud of myself for not being fake. I'm difficult sometimes, and I may even have a few screws loose, but I'm 100% me. See,
yes, sir.
And that makes the difference right there. Like, I know you're a very authentic person. You're 100% who you are, and that's why the mailroom and the mailroom nation like the fact when we get on here and do these dialogues and discuss certain things, because everybody's not capable of having an open discussion and being able to articulate our position without being vulgar, without cursing. Sometimes people come on and I cringe because they cuss every two words,
Right.
And I love them, don't get me wrong, but it just, for where I'm trying to go and what I'm trying to achieve, it requires a lot more.
Yeah, just order. It has to be order and organization skills. You can't. The algorithm and the rules to this game is you have to play the game, and that's with your wording and everything. Most presidents are teleprompters. They have to speak within the parameters of what's the agenda is.
So Saturday night, you called me. You actually sent me a text, and then you sent me a link, inviting me to Queen's Flip. Right?
Oh yeah.
Queen's Flip show out of New York. Queen's Flip is a very intelligent guy, funny, He's incredible, inspirational. He does a lot of things. He likes to give people hugs. And celebrities at that, and they don't be wanting no hug. But anyway, so we go on there, and I'm there, and I just want to say this to New York, New Jersey, Texas, Milwaukee, Baltimore, DC, all of that. Don't get lost from following someone who following somebody who was a follower. Don't get lost in that, because whenever you guys had, let me say this too, dude, that culture, that Renaissance, and that black culture, music, art, language, poetry, and the actors and Juilliards and all that stuff that come out of there, man, we was proud of that on the West Coast. Very proud of that. But for you to set that aside and pick up what we do here in California is rather disappointing, because you guys were leading the way. I would love Poor Righteous Teachers. I love X-Clan. I love Brand Nubian. I love Guru and the different people that came out of that genre that was speaking, and Rakim and all the other brothers that was speaking and talking that talk, man. Giving that the science, the physics, the chemistry, the biology, and the mathematics. They was, adding it up for us, and it made so much. It was like a beautiful song. It made so much sense, So what I'm telling you guys, don't get too attached to gang culture. Don't get too attached to that, because that's borrowed from another life in another time. That's the simplest way I can put it. So don't get caught up in that. Stay the course. Get back to your language, your art, your science, and your poetry, and things that you were leading. You guys, we looked at you guys. Now, I understand NAA made a song that said F the police, and we rocked with that. But they turned right around the world, right around, and made another song that said, he got the world's biggest D. It don't matter, just don't bite it. Now, those two things don't go together. And I'm not saying that NAA,
That's crazy.
NAA is responsible for them, because they was just mirroring what they felt like people wanted to hear and what was out there in the culture. But what I'm saying, New York, you got the opportunity to take this Crip and Blood thing and make it better. Just like the wheel might have been invented in the Stone Age, but look what it's doing today. Look what the wheel is doing today versus what it did in the Stone Age. So take the wheel and make it better. You got any thoughts on that, Dr. Duke?
I like the way you said.
I like calling you Dr. Duke or Dr. Ali.
You called me Dr. Rowe just to keep it simple, Dr. Rowe, and just leave it at that. I know I was introduced like that, but either or, it doesn't even matter what you call it. But
okay.
But Dr. Rowe, Dr. Pharaoh, it doesn't even matter. However Dr. it comes out your mouth at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
But that needs to be said. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you say lock the door, when you told Flip on their show, there needs to be no more recruiting. You need to stop making more members. Like there needs to be a cutoff. There needs to be okay, well, look, if you wouldn't jumped in 82, 92, your membership is void now. It's over with. Like we don't recognize your membership anymore. Yeah. We're not taking any more members, and we're changing.
Yeah, we're closing the books.
Yeah, we're closing the books, just like,
and we locking the door.
Right, just like when when the Brothers of the Struggle went to growth and development. It's time to do away with it. It's time to rehabilitate and redefine the actual members, those that have real roots and that really come from it and have really shared a lot of pain and all of that. Get them rehabilitated, regenerated, reorganized, and so everything else after that, it wasn't what you thought it was. like that whole Monster Cody thing that you revealed on there. I'm gonna say it,
Shout
man.
out to OGC.
That Monster Cody thing, I never knew that Monster Cody was a cross dresser and a part of the LGBT community. I never knew that. And then that dude Flats, he needed to hear that because he's repping, yeah, I'm cripping and this and that. And I was in Cali and Freeway Ricky Ross was my such and such, but my mama gave me the Monster Cody book. Charleston White read that same book. So yeah, I never read the book. You know what I mean? Because I was born in. I come from another time. You know what I'm saying? And I like when you say another time. And he like, so Monster Cody was fabricated. Everything that there was truth, but how you displayed that, you shut the whole thing down on Queen's Flip. And man, I honor original guidance. You're one of the like a forefather. You feel what I'm saying? This is real wisdom. So hearing that and seeing how that went when we was on Queen's Flip, I was like, wow. I can't wait till him and Melvin Farmer and the rest of these guys get out of here and say it loud. Like, I can't wait. I can see it.
Yeah, see, because one thing, and I had to learn this, dude, Dr. Rowe, is that, man, I'm not celebrating no dude that spent X amount of years in prison for killing a black man when he come home.
Talk about it.
I'm not doing that, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know, CK is color man killer and BK is black man killer. You still killed another black man, and he had a family attached to him. You caused not only problems for that man's family, you caused problems for your family because now your family had to spend X amount of time and resources to try to defend you and get you back outside. But yet, you got dudes when they come home, man, they throw these big celebrations, you know, and hey, to whatever it is, you know, shout out to them, I guess, you know, but like I said, I can explain it to you, but I can't make you understand it.
Right.
That's all I'm here to do is explain it. But nonetheless, let's get into Keefe D, man. Our brother, our homeboy, our Compton Knight, Keefe D, Keefe Dwayne Davis is now soliciting Vlad, Cam Capone, and the Art of Dialogue for his lawyer fees. What do you guys think about that, Doc? I mean, am I missing something here? Did they not pay that man when he went on them shows and decided to open up? He allowed his hummingbird butt to open up his alligator mouth and start this.
Can't care. 145, might as well weight class. Your ass right, check that your head can't care. I think he smoked it up. But in the first monies, I think he smoked the first monies up. And now he's like, because you can just see, but and remember we was talking about him having the glasses on? I sent you the video of him and Cam Capone a year ago with that same one detective, right? He didn't have his glasses on. And the way he was talking, I'm looking at him like, damn, he was like, you know, he was up. He was speaking and he was talking real fast. Vlad TV, he looked like he going through withdrawals. Cotton in his mouth on the side and, you know, this and that. So, yeah, he begging for it. He got his hand out. He needs some cash right now because in that Cam Capone interview a year ago, he signed some stuff and didn't realize that he could still be implicated as a co-conspirator in the murder.
James Cash, I understand that you want to put respect on somebody's name, but how do you continue to respect somebody that didn't do right, bro? I mean, how do you make it make sense to me? MIP, make it plain. You know, I ain't got nothing against Monster, and I hope he's rested in peace. But if you really knew who he was and what he stood for, you might just say, okay, rest in peace, Monster, you know, and leave it at that. I mean, you can't see far too long. The black church, the black families have just took things that we were ashamed of and not proud of and swept it under the carpet or hid it or hid the truth. for some reason our culture is unable to look at the truth and look at it for what it is and deal with it in a way that it doesn't affect the next generation of children that's coming up. So if you got people that's reading from this man's book and they taking it to heart that he was really, really about that life and all that, and I get it. I mean, you may be attached to him in some kind of way, and if you felt like you was offended, we apologize. But at the same time, bro, I ain't defending none of these dudes, not me. You know, and to each his own though, each his own. You know, and I understand the magnitude of what he did and what he's inflicted upon the community. And right, and that's where we're gonna leave it. We ain't gonna sit up here and bash him though. We're not, because the man rest in peace. But at the same time, we got to be honest about some of the stuff that went on, and that's not only him. That's countless of dudes that entered into that world and you know, and got involved in that world and took it to a place that was very dark, evil, mischievous, and just outright cheated people out of certain things, you know, because they was either more fluent, bigger, badder, or they just was, you know, a lot more crazy.
Can I interject? And the thing is, this dude Flats is a boxer, right? He's a boxer, and he said he was under Freeway Ricky Ross, and he's over there with Queen's Flip. I introduced Mel to Queen's Flip. This so-called New York Crip is disrespecting Mel for no reason. He don't even know him. And then when he said, yeah, my mama gave me the Monster Cody book, Mel dropped a bomb on him like, and bro, you should have seen how his whole demeanor changed once he learned that the guy that he learned about cripping from was that. And like I said, I ain't got to keep saying it because I don't want
it ain't no big deal, James. Right. Let me talk to James. It's not no big deal, James. I'm just saying that. And think about it, James. How long have we as a people, as a culture, hid the past mistakes? And there was weird uncles in the family. There was weird cousins. And we, and versus embracing the women or the girls in our family, we tried to protect the weird uncle. You know, how long can we continue to do that? As a people, can we continue to afford to do that? And not look at things for what it is. You know, the pastor was weird, or the deacon, or you know, or the babysitter, when the babysitter was babysitting, you know, us, and she decided to put titties in our mouth or something outrageous, you know. And I'm just saying, you know, and no disrespect to nobody. And people, you know, and it's funny is that how this culture, this Crip and Keefe and Damu culture, they don't want you to talk about certain things because it's embarrassing to them.
Right.
And they'd rather you not speak on it, you know. And there's some things that I would never say because I know that when it comes to tearing down a whole culture, I can't do that, bro. Right. I can't do that. Nor can I just. But if I could take one dude and remove him, like I'm gonna just Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, Gabriel Processor, Overson Tehran, Jaja Dessalines, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, and Fannie Lou Hunt Hamer, right? There was individuals that they knew that they had to do away with because of how they were going to divulge or reveal the plot, the plan, and they had to take care of them, and they looked just like them. So we're still at that. We're still right there where we have to do the same in order to save the people. Not one individual. One individual is like, okay. But shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate you for taking the time and kind of listening to what I'm saying and just looking into more detail, you know. And it's a lot of people that, you know, behind the scene talk about certain things. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot more bad in our history than our good, unfortunately. Yeah,
He,
James. I mean, you
I
know
don't.
that.
My
But
bad.
no, go ahead, dude. Take it.
Nah, Flats. He's a I think his name is David Sparks. But like I say, he was like I was out in Vegas and Cali, but he wasn't talking like he was active. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about like the beef that he had with people in California about who originated and what it this and this and that. And you know what I mean? He was trying to say like New York Crippin is totally different and like better. He was trying to say that, but then when he realized the nature of what he said was inaccurate and everything that came after it was like some far removed, like I was talking to one of my partners. He was like, yeah, it was 5 dudes that came from Cali and went out throughout the United States and spread gangbanging from Cali. Like, you know what I mean? Like these little bitty pieces of knowledges of people doing that and fabricating the facts, you know what I'm saying, like on how things started. And then all of these other people like, yeah, our banging is official when it's really not. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even know the official when you see them. So how you gonna get on here? Because Queens Flip, they they joking, they roasting, a lot. But that dude was disrespecting like right out the gate, and as he learned, like, I'm not talking to no fool, and I'm not talking to nobody who don't know. This is wisdom that I'm speaking to right now. Man, I need to get with him. He in the comments talking about, man, I need to get with Mel. I need to da. I say, boy, see, that's crazy. It's a lot of
Yeah, because initially he called me a Ninja Turtle, and I just kind of
yeah,
smiled. He said, "Man, who is
yeah,
this Ninja Turtle
right,
looking Negro or whatever?" However he framed it, but I'm just
yeah,
smiling. So after I broke a few things down to him, I told him, "Listen, bro, I don't emotionally react. I intellectually respond." And
mm-hmm,
and then when they asked me where I was from, they all got kind of quiet. Not that it really meant anything, but I guess it did to them because when
right,
I told them I was from Compton, that changed the whole dynamic of the conversation.
right, right. Because they thought I just introduced somebody who ain't from it. You dig what I'm saying? And didn't know Tookie and don't know Keefe D. So Queens Flip was highly interested because he actually knows Keefe D. So we're having a conversation based on real interaction. You know what I'm saying? Real information and real mail. Like, this is some real you got mail. Like, it ain't no.
You know, Keefe D, and back to Keefe D. Keefe D wrote in his book that he made $4.2 million a month.
What?
Impossible, because for him to now need 40, 60, 70, $80,000, make it make sense. That don't make sense, bro. If you was making $4.2 million a month, bro, matter of fact, they wouldn't even never saw you. Still wouldn't even be able to see you because you making that much more money.
Did he
Do
put
it 12 times 4.2.
did he put a timeline on when he was making that money?
Around during the time he was going through whatever he was going through with Death Row. So that would be anywhere from the 90s all the way up to the 2000s.
Did he mistake?
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
He must have mistaken like 400,000 or 4,000.
Appreciate you, Gangster. Appreciate you, man. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Gangster is taking care of your family. And that's right. Gangster is taking care of your family and the people. That is true, bro. That is true. We can't allow, because it somehow affects us from a gangbanger perspective or from a gangbanger's position or gang culture, that we gotta pretend like it didn't happen, or pretend like this individual's not that way. Now, and there's a lot of people I'm not going to. Then I didn't mean to do that, bro. I didn't mean to do that. All those. Oh, okay. Auto stars super chat. Yeah, there you go. There we go. There we go, bro. Yeah, so let's see what I'm doing here. I did something wrong. But anyway, you can start important comments so you can remember to discuss them during the show. Okay, got it. Yeah, so that's just what it is, bro. And we, man, for some reason, man, we really suck at that, bro. When I
Nah,
think
for real.
about it.
Yeah, we don't rectify. We don't rehabilitate within ourselves. You did what I'm saying? Like, and this is the uncomfortable topic that nobody wants to, divulge to the public. It has to be right. If snitches ain't cool, then those cross dressing and doing, LGBT activities and you're affiliated is wrong as well. You know what I mean? And then even hurting innocent children is wrong as well. But matter of fact, wrong is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? It's just we gotta get out of this mentality that we're not disciplining what's wrong. All wrong needs to be disciplined. It has to. We're not just letting you can't kill another black man and rap about killing another black man and that be right.
And then putting him in a blunt and smoking him,
Oh, come on.
that's what they doing over there. Shout out to OG, man. Shout out to the Bronx in the house.
We did. So I think that style, no, in the industry, that shouldn't be the standard of what type of music that you can let. Mo3 shouldn't have lost his life behind no beef. Pop Smoke shouldn't have lost his. All these rappers that are rapping about killing and shooting and putting guns in there. I like what you said earlier about like Rakim and all them artists in New York that was, they was speaking progress. They was building. Like right now, what are we doing? We don't rap about shooting any other race. We don't rap about going to war with the Klan and all. We don't do that. We rap about going to war against us. That is not like if you go back to that movie, The Warriors, from a long time ago. That movie where all the gangs came together and they chased down one gang that had black dude in it, white dude in it. It was just and it was just crazy that you can't get no unity out here if we not telling the truth. We gotta have some truth, and when the truth is potent, we need to make sure everybody get a piece. But don't nobody want that because everybody's
But
thinking
you know what it is, though, Duke? A lie is more entertaining.
exactly.
The lie has speed, but the truth has endurance. Just keep that in mind while you shout out to Queen Tanya coming all the way from the Duke Pharaoh show, jumping in.
Hey Queen, what up? welcome. Salute. I appreciate that for y'all coming. That's why I linked the channel, y'all. So when I come in, I'm gonna start linking my channel, and I hope everybody else get the trend too, because
Thank you, Marlene. I appreciate you.
This is how you get in the algorithm even more. You link
Yeah,
your channel.
they talk about put his ashes in a blunt and smoke them. Yeah, they talk about all the. Shout out to OG Boxing Owens, man. My guy, I think he out of Sacktown. Shout out to him, man. He's always popping in, man. And MJJS and everybody, man. Chris Hollow, what's happening?
Yeah, DMX shouldn't have been disrespected. Nip shouldn't have been disrespected. Pop Smoke shouldn't have been disrespected. None of these people should be disrespected, fam. It shouldn't even be like that. We should hold, like, death is sacred. You know what I mean? When your soul leaves your body, this is a sacred thing. The memories that you had with the person, like we used to honor our dead. We used to have ceremonies, like big ceremonies when our people died. It wasn't just burn them and put them in the ground. No, we celebrated these people. And now it's just total disrespect, and it needs to stop.
Let me let me kind of make it a little more plain. MIP, right? As far as this, anybody that writes a book and somehow that book has a lot of fabrication in it, it has a lot of allegory or this fluff, and it's impacting a whole culture of people, and we know something that this individual is, this individual is not right or whatever, then you can't allow that information to keep traveling like it is, because that person is going to be put up on a pedestal. Right. But all the time, the real guys that's out there, they know the truth. Right. And they just sitting back idle, just looking at it. And I know what happens is a lot of people become apathetic in the sense that they now remove themselves from the equation, and they do it quite well in their life, and they don't want to speak on their past because somehow it may draw just some things that's not favorable to them, and they don't want to hear it, So I get that part, If you off the radar, you sitting down and you're not outside no more. I get that. You quiet, cool. Rest up, loved one. Rest up. Kick it. But at the same time, if you putting yourself out there and you writing books and you saying this and that and the third, and your book is having an impact on a whole culture of people, and people have this thing about you, and it's wrong, it has to be corrected. I'm sorry, it has to be. But if you're just quiet and sitting in your own little closet or your own little room, or sitting on your stoop or your soapbox or your milk crate, not bothering nobody, then that's what it is. In other words, what you're doing don't impact the culture. You're only impacting yourself at that point. Devon Cutmore, what's happening?
Yeah. So I mean,
question: why wait to it? Why wait until he's dead to address it? I don't know. Why we wait to do anything?
All right. Some people
think, as much as people want to justify anything, I ain't. Listen, let me say this, guys. I didn't say anything. That information come from his people, and that's that. But they're, that's. I mean, you got to address it from where it came from. I'm not the person that put that out there. It's been out there. It's just that you're probably not in the circle. Your ears is not there to hear it. I don't know. We don't question a lot of so-called truths. You're right. You're right. We just don't. Just because you see everybody doing something don't make it right.
Other distraction. It was the first of its kind. It definitely hit different. Yeah. And that's just like when you get a Charleston White getting up here saying, well, yeah, this, yeah, this, and these people are relishing, or they're reveling at the fact that he sounds like he is saying the truth because he's saying words that are true. But we're talking about intentions. If the intentions of writing that book wasn't to further the nation, build the nation, but to line your pockets, you gave away the essence for nothing. You sold it. You sold our most prized possession, and that is our essence. So now you got a whole bunch of goofy ass gangbangers running around, and a whole bunch of false flagging, and a whole bunch of people killing for no reason, and they don't even understand like why. It's pathetic. The Klansmen and the Aryan Brotherhood, they know why they are who they are. They understand it. They get it. They do it because they've been trained. They got the right information. And their information is, we are the monkeys. We are the enemy. We are the lesser in their minds. That's how they've been raised and trained. Why are black people being raised that we don't like each other? We're not family. We're
Shout
not,
out to you, Banksters.
you
Shout out
know.
to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night, bro. They sold our image.
That's it. That book sold the image, just like Colors and the movie Colors and Boys in the Hood and New Jersey Drive and the list goes on. New Jack City. Like, you can just go look through. Like, shout out to Rennie Loke. Rennie Loke was telling me that she finna be in this movie, and they said that her stage name is gonna be Shaniqua. She, like, we was talking, it was funny, but it's like, well, I got to be Shaniqua, and I ain't never even met nobody named Shaniqua. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
Like,
out to Gang Tales. What's
man,
going on, loved one? What's up, Face?
what? Like we're our essence is like we're the laughing stock of Hollywood in the movies. They use our essence to create income and entertainment. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, fam.
Man, shout out to Gang Publications, man. Gang Tales, bro. Go get with him, man. You talking about books?
Follow.
You know, this young man does a really, really good job in his books, and he's very focused and he's knowledgeable. He's not just putting things out there to grandstand or fluff himself up or none of that. Real good stuff. You guys go mess with him. These movies are needed and don't portray us in a negative. Yeah, you're right. A negative light. You're right. The Italian Mafia is celebrated, though. You're right, because listen, if you go all the way back to Al Capone, Frank Nitti, Maul Barker, Don Dillinger, and all the even if we can't leave the Irish out, they in there too. Dutch Schultz and all these people. These people were celebrated, right? At one time, they was the worst people in the world. They was public enemies, Machine Gun Kelly. But then at some point, they became the highlight. Everybody would want home. I'm going to see Machine Gun Kelly, the movie coming on tonight. I'm seeing Dillinger. Wow. I'm seeing Al Capone. Now this stuff is celebrated. So at one point, through the Crips and the Pyros, they become a social club and they begin to get celebrated, you know, in a way that shows something different than where they are today. You know, I don't know what the Italian mob, because I've seen what's the guy, Sammy the Bull, and I can't think of the other guy. They was on the internet arguing.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he was like Baloney. What?
You a rat. You a rat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was funny. I was like, that's crazy.
That was the first to see
crazy.
The mob bosses on the internet arguing, calling each other rats.
That was crazy.
I think the guy was Sinisi or something, Joe something.
Yeah. All a part of the Costa Nostra families. And yeah, that was crazy to see that. And Sammy the Bull, I think I mean, he's a killer, no doubt, right? But
Marlena say, how do you go from having autism and Asperger's to eloquently speaking today, dude?
I mean, I speak with intelligence every day. That ain't nothing new. Disability of mind, it doesn't, like, I'm intelligent every day.
Yeah, she's just being humor. She just heard you say that last time. Remember when you said that?
Yeah.
You was caught up in the middle. You was caught up in the middle of your sevens.
Oh yeah, that's just. I mean, that's, that being me. That being super still. That's just me. I mean, the seven thing. It goes far beyond gang banging and all that other stuff. So I'm yeah.
We're a laughing stock. Yeah. We don't get paid for our stories and work. What's up, Brooklyn? I love Brooklyn's Brownsville. I think you guys, like I say, we may have invented the wheel on this coast, but you guys have a chance to make the wheel better. And that's what I'm looking forward to New York doing. New Jersey, anywhere in the country. It could be Texas. It could be Milwaukee. It could be Baltimore, D.C. But at the end of the day, we as black people got to get together in California, New York, Jersey, Maryland, Tennessee, Texas, Florida. We got to get together. They even got a couple of brothers up in North Dakota and South Dakota. They got a couple up there. Not that I want to be bothered with that much snow, but yeah, they up there. What you thinking, dude?
I'm awesome. I was just looking at myself like, man, you awesome. My nigga, that's the only thing that was on my mind at that moment. You are totally awesome, my neighbor. And once they actually get to see like what God put inside of you, fam, like they gonna revel at the mercy of God.
You know, how many of us ran home to see Scarface? I mean, it was a script, a movie script, and they, you know, something that they put together was never true, you know, but how many of us highlighted it, glorified, you know, it was like something that we had to watch.
Yeah, everybody had Scarface, black, red, and white. Tony Montana, the actor.
Scarface weddings.
All of that. Everybody dressing Italian, like, you know, all that.
What do you think the names? There's so many people doing. I'm talking the 70s. There was Scarface. There was, you know, there was a Machine Gun Kelly. There was a Bumpy. There was, you know, there was a Dust Shows. There was you know, Crazy. There was different names. A lot of those names that came out of the Italian Mom.
Yeah, all these rappers got Gotti on their name, and
yes,
you know, and these are people's last name. It's just like Grape Street or Paru Street. There's other people repping the streets, and they don't. It's crazy. It's the same thing.
But look what they keep us from. They keep us from in Hotel, Tutankhamun. Those names that actually meant something. The names we got don't mean nothing.
Right. Like
some of them people could just say their name and it meant the world to them, you know?
Right.
Even the Native Americans understood when they named themselves Raining Woods and Running Bear and Geronimo and stuff like that. Those names meant something. They wasn't just names.
And I had this thought earlier about Swahili, right? Because I was thinking about Troublesome 96. If all y'all is Swahili, but then I was like, when we was young, we was fascinated with the Izai on the Izai, you know, to me like that. But then, you know, Kiwe and Damu ain't nothing but Swahili. You know what I'm saying? So you hear Mayut, you know what I'm saying? That's the same. It's the, you know what I mean? So, and then nobody knows about the Nsabiti tribe. They don't know about the Nsabiti language. Like, what? Where's why we ain't got this knowledge? How come we utilize it, but we don't really apply it? You know what I'm saying? And we don't really harness the true essence of what we're actually speaking. We're using African-based this and that and this and that, or but it really don't show.
Look at this new South African leader, Julius Malema. Man, you follow him?
The young commander?
Yeah. Oh,
he just took over. Oh yeah, he ain't playing. Yeah, he ain't playing. Yeah, that dude rose up in the ranks and he not playing.
A beast.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
Got them pale skinned people over there trembling.
Got them scared because they doing away with the buck breaking, Willie Lynch, everything. All that y'all done conquered over here, and we speaking all these different languages, and we don't want your money. Even BRICS, just having BRICS, just that whole organization. It took them like 18 years to establish it. So you mean to tell me they got trillionaires? When I say trillionaires, I'm talking people who own thousands of acres of Africa, right? And they're considered rulers and kings, saying, what I look like using paper money with some white people on it, and I got gold in the ground.
And I got diamonds, I got ore, I got platinum. I got
What?
coltan. I got all these different rich. You
What?
can't even find coltan nowhere else in the world except for Africa.
What? A rock that charges?
Coltan is what makes your phone and your computers and your tablets and all that work.
A,
Without coltan, this
what?
stuff wouldn't be possible.
Are you kidding me? And then, and like I said, I'll be playing on the game Fortnite. They had that rock in Fortnite, this chargeable rock, this
Mhm.
ore. Like, are you kidding me? These are ores. So you telling me 14 karat is not mixed with nickel? These are ores. You telling me that the white diamond is the rarest? No, it's not. Like, were you kidding me? Why would we keep? So you got Brazil, Russia, Israel, China, and Saudi Arabia all coming together, and you money is finna be gone. You finna go back to like your word bond and trade, eye retina scan, da 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 da, and the third thumbprints and whatever. It's finna change drastically. So if you sitting out here with I usually call the dollar currency hay bales, right? Because they got slave masters on them. And you know how the blacks slaves used to carry the hay bales back. They used to carry them on their shoulders. So when I see rappers with stacks of money, I'll be like, hey, you a slave, ain't you? That's slave money. That's a hay bale you really carrying. Like, that's really slave money. Like, that's the master's money. That's the master's promissory note. Once you stop trading that piece of paper, their whole economy crashes. Their whole idea of power, and it crashes. Man.
Sound like Duke. Sound like you just done. Huh?
And look, I ain't look. Hold on, Mel. Watch this. I'm in the voodoo. I'm in the manifestation and this, that, and the third. I got a Don Julio bottle with ripped up $100 bills, 20s and fives, and I just put it in the bottle and said, man, I want to manifest the value of this on a consistent basis, like like all the time. You did, man.
Uh-huh.
I ain't used money in 7 years. Paper money. I don't use paper money at all. I don't want to look at who is Benjamin Franklin. Why you didn't put Mansa Musa on the bill? Well, who is Mansa Musa's grandfather and grandmother? Who is his? We don't care. Well, uh, much respect.
Mansa Musa once bankrupted the whole country because he gave out so much gold
You did.
to the people.
Can we put Gaddafi on the bill? Can we put Saddam on the
Gaddafi was creating his own currency and bank,
bill?
and you know when Gaddafi was ruling, that country didn't have no debt. They didn't
Come
owe
on,
anybody
come on, man. I just
because
look.
everything they had was backed up by a gold standard.
Come on, man. I just look like this, y'all.
Shout out to the ball game. I see you in there, bro.
What's up, game? Ball game. Yes, I was in special education. You know what I mean? My mother was affected by the crack epidemic in the 80s. So of course I had a learning disability, you know what I mean, which, transcended into Asperger's autism. I survived the learning disability, and now this ability is mine. And now I utilize what autism is. Whatever the frequency that they created, I'm utilizing it. I'm still alive. I'm still trying to thrive. I want to teach people, but I just look like this, fam. I gain information all day, every day about everything. And I want to teach people like me that are being talked down to by our own people. Like, how come Elon Musk is to have Asperger's autism and he's the richest person on the planet? But y'all talk down on me. Like, come on, fam. That's whack, man. But it's okay though, because the last shall be first. Y'all talking
No,
in
she
that.
wasn't talking down on you. She
I'm
was
not,
just
I'm, I'm
yeah.
I'm saying it in general. I'm saying
Okay.
it in general. I
Or
have to,
generalization. Okay, got
yeah,
it.
yeah, because I don't. It's nothing personal what I'm saying. This is something that I'm not allowed to say because people don't think.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm
No,
saying?
you definitely allowed to say it, bro.
Right, right. So it's just like with the Monster Cody thing. We don't want to talk about that. You dig what I'm saying? The other side of what the book was or who he was, but we can advocate for single mothers being beat. We can advocate for cancer. We can advocate for Black Lives Matters, which was false. We can advocate for this, that, and the third. But when it comes to mental health, when it comes to our indigo children and those that were affected by the CIA and all that LSD and all them drugs, the snowfall, they made a movie and made billions. But what about now? I like what Melvin Farmer said. What about the inner city? There, let's come up with a diagnosis for like an inner city PTSD or something. I was raised up under trauma. I was raised up under PTSD. There were people in red uniforms trying to kill me with the same skin color. I was never afraid of I was afraid of the police, but not white people. I was afraid of my own kind growing up because that's just what it was. So you get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I'm not allotted what the white kids and the Mexican kids is when they come out with learning disabilities. I got to be stuck in a classroom in a cubicle and they're prepping me for prison. They're trying to put me on Ritalin and kill me.
Absolutely.
Like, come on. So, you know what I mean? I survived all of that. Being held down in the jail and they shoot me with Thorazine and a concoction of mixed drugs, trying to deplete my essence. So yeah, let's win.
He called inflation out of generosity. That's ball.
Yeah. So one day I'm gonna be respected, and God is gonna be exalted.
Yeah, I that's right, Devon. That you're right. The elites are crashing the petrodollars to reset everything that starts a digital currency that expires. There will be no more saving money.
Yeah, them saving money stuff gonna be gone. You better get you some seeds so you can plant fruit. That's gonna be your money. Like 1,000 pumpkin seeds, 1,000 peach seeds.
God bless you, Mayweather. Your son has autism. God bless you guys for continue to hang in there and do what you got to do for your son. Because I mean, I think the society, the culture, and everything that these people are doing to our food supply, and they're doing because just think about it, bro. When I was growing up, there was no such thing as autism. A lot of the things that came on after me wasn't there before me, is what I'm telling you. Like a lot of certain diseases, and I remember one time when I was growing up, all we had was aspirin, castor oil, and cod liver oil. That's all we had. And that was for everything, no matter what you got.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And those just were from just, getting sick from, I don't even know if it's such thing as an autoimmune. I don't even know. I believe that's all something that's been created since, since later on, you didn't hear the certain terminology, just like, what does they call these little hospitals now that they go to? Not the hospital, but the smaller ones. What do they call them?
Like MHMR.
Well, no, not them. What they call them, outpatients, and
outpatient, inpatient, MHMR, mental health and retardation. Inpatient, outpatient.
In the 60s and 70s, none of that stuff exists.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I came in the era where they created it. They created this mentality where my grandparents and the people in my family, they sent me to this thing to get this check. They sent me to this school like it was a daycare so they can get the check. And I'm not the only young black man in this.
Urgent care. That's what I was looking for. Urgent care. There was no such thing as urgent care.
Right.
That was just emergency in the hospital. That was it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they started creating these things called urgent care. They got now you got these dialysis. You got dialysis place to do dialysis, and they got all these different things. But what I'm saying, in the 60s and 70s, none of this stuff was necessary. So what did they do different to cause it? You understand? I think that it's been caused by certain individuals, because if you look at BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, you look at all these three different companies. They own everything. There's like maybe $400 and some trillion in it, and and they got a big chunk of that money, a big chunk. I'm talking about worldwide, all the currency that exists in the world. If you put it all together, it'll be trillions and trillions of dollars. Well, these three companies pretty much own everything. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Christopher Munoz. America's going to fall soon. Cold Cut say he about ready to get on there and check these. Right on, Cold Cut, man. Stay calm, my Milwaukee brother. He from the coast out of Milwaukee. Make It Make Sense podcast. That's what's up for real. Are you out of Montreal or Meadowbrook, Montreal? Hold your head up, bro. Speak on it. Right on Lively. We got love for you, Duke. Preparing him for prison. Yeah, that's what they was doing, man. They prepared all of us for it, you know. We just didn't have enough information to ward off what was coming, you know. We just didn't, because we were, you know, there was from 0 to 18 was indoctrination. All that stuff they called education was really indoctrination. Wasn't no education. Setting you up. And a lot of the religious institutions helped aid in that. They allowed a few people like Jakes and Creflo Dollars and some of the other people to be super, super mega rich. But at what cost? What was the cost? The cost is that you suffer. The cost is that you remain blind and naive and unaware and not privileged to certain information. That's the cost. Because they got you believing in blind faith. I want my stuff. My stuff is tangible, bro. I ain't going in the blind. And the crazy part about it, I can bring facts, statistics, data, research, observable reality, and the people that believe in blind faith will still argue with me, even though the truth is right there represented and presented in their face. Urgent care. Yeah, we get more dialysis than grocery stores now. You're right. They're all over. They're on the corners like liquor stores, literally. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you. Appreciate you. You guys subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. She's saying, what's up to you, Duke? You know, Duke be studying while he be on it live. He don't stop studying. He be researching and pulling stuff up. And I love that about him, because, you know, he ain't going to just settle for just somebody saying something. He going to get right on it and look it up right quick. Boom, 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 boom. You know, because when you was breaking down all those sevens and different things and birthdays and numbers and stuff, numerology, it was coming up, man. You was spot on. Boom, boom, boom. You kept nailing it. You know,
yeah, I've always been obsessed with that type of stuff.
You know, and we were just trying to follow this Keefe stuff and knowing that there's something bigger behind it. We don't even really know if Keefe was even in the car, bro. We don't know that for a fact.
Right.
I ain't never seen nobody be getting shot at. Look up and see who's shooting. Now I don't know what Suge was doing or how he feel that he could do that, but I don't believe that's true. Right. I don't believe that's true. When the shooting start, man, you getting down and getting out the way, bro. You ain't picking up trying to see who doing it.
Yeah, he don't even seem like he got focused like that, or he don't even seem like a fearless individual that'll
Yeah, if you throwing them slugs back, then you might,
Yeah,
that might be your position. But if you
yeah,
ain't got nothing in your hand, you know,
right.
to fight
It,
back with, why would you risk it?
yeah, it was like they had a video of Mo3 when he was on the freeway, and when the dude was shooting at him, he was watching him, and he was walking around the car watching him to go and get his gun. But somebody took it out. So when you war ready, what I mean, even when you outnumbered, you gonna display that. You feel what I'm saying? But he don't even seem like the type. It might just be a Gemini trait, but Tupac was like that too. So he looked up at his shooters. They say, what I mean. So I know, yeah, it's a different type of. I don't know. He don't seem like he was chiseled from that type of ore.
Yeah, that's right, Queen. We ready to address these ninjas. You're right. We ready to address them because they've been getting away too long with old, nonsensical stuff. They make sense out of nonsense. I don't know how they do that. How you make sense out of nonsense, dude?
Uh, Separation, division. You do long division. You you look at the etymology. You break down the equation. Like get you a petri dish, what have you. I mean, you could take it. You know what I mean? Like, man, so many ways you can make a nonsense make sense. I mean, you could just flip the words backwards and just say the sense is on. The censor is on. I don't know. It's a lot of ways. But first, we need to respect each other. We need to respect that we have leaders in our community. We don't think we have leaders.
But the leaders, we didn't appoint Jesse Jackson. Those are proxies. And
Right.
and while you're speaking on leaders, these guys are self-appointed. Those are handpicked by the government itself. Al Sharpton, shut
Yeah.
your mouth, Jesse Jackson. All these dudes have
Colin Powell. Every last one.
sold the culture out in some kind of way, and to advance themselves. And that's what we see what's going on in the church. The prosperity is they're advancing themselves, but you're not advancing.
Right.
Shout out to Stand the Man.
Right. Exactly. How to make a church making hundreds of millions of dollars, but their church is near a whole bunch of ghettos, and the ghetto is still the same. Tupac said this all the time. How we got money for wars and cars and this and that and all these monies, and children are still poor and people are still hungry. How do we got money to fund a war in another country, but we got homeless people here? We have displaced people here. We have dysfunction here. How? Doesn't make sense at all.
It was a money grab, books, etc. Paid interview. Which part are you referring to, Mr. Scott? Are you kin to Mustard Cody? Are you kin to Cody Scott?
He said he ate dinner with him. Man.
That's Mustard Cody's real name. Is Cody Scott.
He said, yo, they changed our zodiacs 2 months behind in case everybody figured out. Yeah, I mean, I'm Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Outside of being a Gemini, I'm Pharaoh. My mama gave me the name of all names. I'm a child of the Most High. So regardless what they do, I'm still a self. I'm perfect.
Shout out to Ra. Shout out to Ra.
Yeah, I don't gotta be a Gemini. I can just be whatever God created.
Say like Flavor Flav, don't.
It's a delay. But nah, I appreciate y'all for coming. It's like 25 of y'all watching on my channel and then came over here. I appreciate y'all. I truly appreciate y'all for, this is just networking and, getting the righteousness out there. Creating conversations that we can have that'll put us in a better situation. So I appreciate y'all.
Sorry about that. Lost you for a minute.
Good. Appreciate y'all for coming, fam.
Well, look, Pharaoh, Dr. Ali, Dr. Rowe, it's just like it with the Jenkins case. How people will choose money over the truth. You're right, babe. They will choose money over the truth. That's definitely. They will cover up some stuff in a heartbeat. Well, shout out to the dude. Shout out to Dr. Rose, Dr. Ali. Appreciate you. We'll do this soon. Continue to learn, grow, be good, be safe, and most of all, be well, bro. And keep studying and following them sevens and follow your tuition and the things that you understand because, man, you add so much volume to this platform, and we appreciate you over here.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll be talking to you soon.
See you soon.
And get up with Queen Flips, man. Tell him, man, we waiting on him. We waiting on him.
No, I'm gonna hit him as soon as I get up and say we waiting. We ready.
Okay, good enough. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mill. I think tonight was a much needed conversation. You know, there's so many conversations that we can't have, you know, due to legalities. But the ones that we can have, let's have them. Let's have them. Anything that's within the statute of limitation, we won't discuss. But anything outside of it, I think it's free ball right there. I think that we need to discuss, especially when it comes to the dynamic culture that we come from, because we created the fashion, we created the music, we are the creators of all music. Most of anything else was just stolen from us. And I appreciate you all. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, drop a comment down below. When the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's first thing. This is not a glamorization, not a glorification. It is always an education. Get on the bus and let me take you to school. Before they had handguns, we had fair ones. Man up. You can go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. And the truth you shall receive. With that being said, Shawty, take us out.
For grind all the time, baby.
Yeah. Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it. Just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Bricks for the low.
Marlena Williams, go ahead and lock the door because we are gone.